Here we have a map that shows the different wind amounts. And so once again, tropical storm is going to be greater than 39 miles per hour, but less than 73 miles per hour. And then in the maroon or dark red is areas that have sustained winds over 74 miles per hour. So you can see much of Louisiana, parts of Texas and Mississippi experience sustained winds of over about 40 miles per hour. So over 40 miles per hour during the arrival of the tropical cyclone. Meanwhile, areas right there along the coast, they're in central and south central Louisiana, right on the coastline, had hurricane force winds, and that would be over 75 miles per hour. And once again, these are sustained winds, not gusts. These are constant wind speeds that they're experiencing during this particular time, evidenced by, in this case, tropical storm and hurricane wind speeds. Now, if I go ahead and I zoom in a little bit closer, here's a map that shows the peak gusts of Hurricane Laura. And it's hard to see here, but this is right along the shoreline. So the shoreline is roughly right here. So you can see right in the where the eye came through. So the eye and the eye wall is where, of course, we're going to find the highest wind speeds. And so the highest gusts were right there here where we saw the direct landfall of this particular hurricane in its eye. And so category 4 wind speeds there, and then surrounding, you can see how it dissipates outward. We'll keep this in mind as we go forward and look at storm surge, because you're going to also see the storm surge related to the wind speeds in terms of where the storm surge is most intense. And so Lake Charles, in this area just south of Lake Charles, is going to be the focal point for a lot of the damage from not only wind but also from storm surge. I'm going to go and use Google Earth here to look at the wind speeds, and so you can see how the Hurricane Laura, its particular wind speeds was about 150 miles per hour right when it was making its landfall here just south of Lake Charles. So Lake Charles is up there, and so directly south of Lake Charles is this particular town of Cameron. And so if we go ahead and I'll look at some more wind speeds, you can do a lot of different things with Google Earth, but I'll look at some more of the wind speeds and kind of try to look at particular 127, we have 153. So these are wind gusts that recorded at specific observations at specific places. Now, I know that there's a big gap here, and this is likely because of a lot of the damage from the hurricane was from a lot of the weather and radar equipment. So a lot of the data is not available here because essentially it was wiped out. So I bet these would be even higher totals than we would see over here on the western side of the eye. So you can see as we get farther away, wind speeds go down, but still, we're talking, this is 39 miles per hour, of course, that would be a tropical storm level. And so going outward, we see 63, but we should see, for the most part, our highest numbers are going to be over here to the east of the eye, and that makes sense because, once again, the right front quadrant, so the right side in the front, so as it makes a landfall, the highest speed winds will be over here on this side, and compared to on the western side of the path.